Well, Miles, it's always good to sit down and chat with you on Wanderers TV. A few days off for you and your side over the weekend with the free weekend. Has that been well spent for you and your players?
You'll have to ask the players how they spent it. I think so. I think it gave everybody a chance to have probably the last break we'll get now up until the end of the season. So last chance for them to refresh and do whatever they needed to do. Spend time with loved ones and friends and family. But they've all seemed to be come back in a good place, hit the ground running in training. So yeah, I think it was a decision well made.
And from a mindset perspective, from you and your coaching staff, you can almost set it as a block of games now. Obviously, this weekend has come at a nice time just to refresh and regroup, and now you've got 5 league games and a cup final to come to be full steam ahead and just full focus on what you've got ahead of you. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's we've got a big shift ahead of us now. We have 5 league games to go. Every one of them is important. And then we've got the cup final as well. Obviously, we want to win silverware and get promotion. So there's a chance to bring 2 trophies to this football club. So every game that we play now is an important one. We have to make sure that we're ready for each game we play. But like always, we take one game at a time, and that starts this Sunday.
And with the free weekend, you obviously went over to Northern Ireland as part of a work purpose. Just give us a bit more detail in that, and what was your reasoning for going over there?
Yeah, so I went over to visit the LNC League, which is a partnership with the international programme here at Bolton. They've just opened a regional talent centre there for young girls, and there's honestly some really great stuff happening over there with the partnerships with the league, what Chris is doing, and with the international programme that Bolton run here. So it was amazing to see so many girls playing football over in Lisbon, in Northern Ireland, across the weekend. The training that they had, we managed to do them a bit of a kit launch with our women's away kit. And yeah, as I said, it's just important to make sure that we keep growing and keep women's football growing and the participation rates growing. And it was a good opportunity to go outside the UK and outside of England and have a look at women's football somewhere else.
But from a club perspective and from the women's team's perspective, it's great that the football club is taking it seriously. Obviously, this team this year brought into club operations, and programmes like that just emphasise that message.
Massively, it's so important. Oftentimes you can get caught up in just league standings and results, and don't get me wrong, that's important for a first team environment that wants to kick on and go through the leagues, but you also have to understand that it's so important what you bring off the pitch as well. And this club is doing so much off the pitch for females in sport, women in sport. We have a lot of our players often go over and do events within the community. The community do a fantastic job of raising female participation across not just football but all sports and lots of different sectors. And as I said, it was another opportunity to go out to Northern Ireland and see it somewhere else.
And bringing it back to Bolton Wanderers women, there's a new arrival in the building in the form of Ocean Flanagan. Just how delighted are you that she's joined it and she's now a Wanderer?
Yeah, we're buzzing. The whole team's buzzing. The staff are buzzing, and it's one that we've had an eye on for quite a long time. She's been doing a lot of things. She's had a lot of eyes on her, and it was something that we was looking probably to do towards the end of the season, to be honest with you. But we knew that there was a lot of clubs trying to chase it down. A lot of clubs in higher up in the pyramid, tier 3 and tier 4 clubs, and we thought it was the right time to try and get it done and try and bring her in. And having met with her, she's a great person. She's an unbelievable person. She's somebody that can really kick on and help us, whether it's the back end of this season or certainly going into the next one.
And Ocean, obviously, Wanderers fans will know her well. She scored twice against us this season, so you'll be hoping she'll be doing the same thing for us in a Bolton shirt.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, she scored that free kick when we played them and the penalty as well. And look, any team that has her is stronger for it, and we're glad for that. And not only that, it's we've taken her off a team that's chasing the title as well, and it will certainly feel the effect of that. But look, we wanted to bring Ocean in, and we've had her eye on her for a while now, and it's good that we've finally managed to get it done, and hopefully she can score a few goals for us and help us, as I said, whether it's the back end of this season, but certainly going into next season.
Now, looking on to the weekend and Haslingden, another away trip for you. We're in this run of games where you're permanently on the road at the minute, it feels like. How are you looking at Sunday? No doubt you've done your research on Haslingden and how they've shaped up in recent weeks, because it's been a while since you've obviously played them, because I think it was at the start of the season we got that victory over them.
Yeah. I mean, look, they've been defensively resolute in the footage that we've seen, and we had to go watch them a few weeks back and obviously analysed a few of their most recent games, and they're a team that need to be respected in the sense of they will put their backs on the walls to try and keep a clean sheet. They'll do anything they can to keep that clean sheet. And even the first time we played them, a team like that, if they get the first goal and go 1-0 up, your job's a lot harder. They're a team that they're capable of doing a few things, whether they come out and come for us, or whether they sort of go more into shape and stay in shape and put 10, 11 players behind the ball. We are obviously preparing for both. But as I said, they're a team that they've had some good results recently. They were very unfortunate not to get a point against Accrington Stanley, obviously a very good team. So we have to make sure that when we go, we know what job we have to do on the day. We're patient with the goal. I think the goal is going to take some work to get the goal, and we're patient with that. And again, we'll see come the end of the game if we've done enough.
And the last question I just want to ask you, with the result you got against Blackpool last time out and the players you brought in, and a number of them impressed immensely, the big question is, how do you get that down into 11 people to start the game? Because it must be a huge selection headache for you.
It really is. It really is. Everybody came back this week after the weekend off, and we had a really good session. They had a gym session Monday, and then we came out back on the pitch Tuesday, and the intensity was good, the tempo was good. And those sessions are often about sort of trying to blow out cobwebs after a few days off, but I think we definitely did a lot more than that. And it's about this week. It's about seeing how this week goes. Against Haslingden, there's probably going to be a few changes that we make depending on availability, but changes that we think players may be better suited for this game. But at the same time, obviously, we have to take the week into account and everything else that we take into account. So it's a difficult one. It's a really difficult one. I think I said against Blackpool, it was probably our toughest selection, and this is probably going to be on par, if not even tougher, to select an 11 and a 16. But places are definitely up for grabs, and the players are aware of that.